Welcome everyone. This is the fortnightly SIG etcd triage meeting. My name is James. I'm an etcd maintainer, and this is our kind of fortnightly session to go through issues, PRs, and try and keep on top of things for the project. Sometimes this is a good session to pick up some good first issues as well. And on that topic, I do have one that would be very straightforward if someone wants to get their first PR in. Although I think everyone on the call, has done a PR already. So we've got a Google Doc. Can I just check the screen share is coming through, team? Yeah, yep. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone can edit in this doc, provided you have subscribed to the etcd dev mailing list. The first one I was just going to mention, team, is an issue here for etcd that we've recently reopened for a backport. It's a trivial issue to backport the owner's file and the associated changes to the stable release branches. So there's some links through to the existing PRs. If someone wants to pick that up, go for it. Otherwise, I'll get around to it at some point. Yeah, it'll be a pretty straightforward one.
Do we want this? Do we want the same exact file contents, or different branches have different?
Same contents.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so
same
contents.
Very straightforward. And yeah, there is. If you look at the release branches, there are just these older files. Look at release 3.5, for example. Yeah, exactly. So there's just a few associated changes to kind of tidy up those references and links. But if you refer to the PR linked in the issue for when I've done it on main, you can kind of see what I've done. So yeah, invitations there, team. If someone gets bored and wants to do a little bit of cleanup, that's a pretty small one to tackle. Okay, so next up, I noticed we had a couple of PRs that just dropped in like an hour ago from Dependabot for bumping the Docker image that we build our releases off, the base image, which is static Debian 11 for release 3.5, I think currently. Yeah, so at some point, we should bump release 3.5 to Debian 12 at some point as well, just depending on the support cycles for Debian. Does anyone know when Debian 11 goes out of support? Just off the top of head?
There was one that recently got out of support, but I don't know what's the code name for 11.
Okay, no, 11 looks all good. So on main, we're using Bookworm, which is Debian 12. And on the stable release branches, we're still 11. So that one's fine. We can quickly review this and try and get this PR on its way. For anyone that hasn't reviewed these PRs before, it's really quite straightforward. There is just an update to the pinned SHA-256 hash for the image. And what you can do is just go to GCR IO, or actually just go with this link here. And what you're trying to prove is that the hash here lines up to the latest tag in GCR, which it's pretty much guaranteed to. But it's the one thing I do double check when I review these. Given it is stable release branch, we want to make sure it's all good. So easiest thing to do is just increase the number of rows here to 200. And then you'll start to see the tags. There's the latest MB64. Keep going down. Next page, perhaps. Yeah, there we go. All right, there's latest. And we can basically just check the hash. There you go. Matches up. We're good to go.
I just also did the okay to test if we wanna wait for the test to pass.
Yeah, good catch. Yeah, got to remember to do that. So there's one other, I think, 434 as well. Yeah. Yes. Okay, it should be the same hash because they're both on the same release. Yeah, awesome. And yeah, thanks, Ivan. So that will look good on green. Okay, so we should be able to merge those pretty soon. Let's have a look what else we've got in the list here. There's a couple of things I do want to talk about from Kubernetes org rather than etcd org. So maybe we'll have a quick look at those now. Arco, we've got your PR here for test info for Go Vom check. Like we did a bit of work, or you did a bit of work, and Ivan as well, last month. No, 2 months ago now. Far out. It's August already, team. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, depending on your time zone, maybe. I think, yeah, 1st of August. So what's the next step for this, guys?
Uh, just let me go through. I like little bit forward what the
It's
last conversation was on that. Uh,
Yeah, me too. I'm just having another read. So I think we had to backport something because the makefile recipe didn't have a.
So yeah, and I think so this may start the conversation on currently release 3.4 and 5 are using exclusively GitHub Actions.
mhm.
Hmm.
And so this is the first time that Arca, and maybe this is why it's tall, because we don't have any other pro jobs for those two branches, which I think there's consensus to move these jobs to pro, but I think yeah we need to backport some stuff so it can work.
So the precedent is already there, I think, for robustness. I'm pretty sure robustness is already doing it.
So and I think so maybe the biggest one uh, that there could be a mismatch is release 3.4 because building is very different. So we need to ensure that the makefile is somewhat similar. If not this, so at least to have the same targets. So we can run make verify and all of them
Hmm.
know how to do it because I think right now if you go to GitHub Actions, I think really 3.4 may even call like test SH with passes
Yeah.
equals something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit messy, team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And look, just to come back to the earlier decision or the question, yeah, I think we do have consensus to continue with the prior migration now for the stable release branches. Robustness is already running jobs for release 3.4 and release 3.5. Benjamin was happy with it. I'm happy with it. I think it's a great idea. So let's continue with that. And I'll take a note in the
So I
docs here
guess
as well.
action item or next step is if Arca, can you
Mhm.
ensure that we have the same targets for government
Yeah.
check?
Yes. I'll like edit this PR and make it same like and also make the change in the 3.5 and 3.4 branches in etcd. So yeah.
Cool.
So that, yeah, the PR currently has the branches included, which is great. But the issues, like we need a PR for etcd first, right? The make files. Is that what we're saying?
Right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Makes sense to me, team. So let's take a note of that. Read on call. We will proceed with Crow migration for stable releases. Okay, so we've got a plan for that one. That's awesome. Next one, I just wanted to mention, I don't think we've discussed it on the community call or triage call yet. So I've proposed a new GitHub team for etcd GitHub org for a release team. I won't go through all the context now, but just I'll put a link to this issue. Just for awareness. So historically, I think everyone on the call's up to speed with this, but releases have only been performed by maintainers. Recently, we've introduced some shadowing for releases for reviewers. And moving forward with this new GitHub team, we want to set up the right permissions and guardrails to allow reviewers to also lead etcd releases, just to try and free up some of the bottlenecks that we have currently with maintainers. So that's a pretty exciting team. I think that's a good step forward. Just waiting on a bit more consensus to get this merged, but this will, once merged, create the new combined GitHub team of maintainers and reviewers who will have the permissions to carry out releases.
For the next release, like for 3.5 and 3.4, is it possible that I can volunteer myself for the shadow role, like just shadowing the release process?
I think that should be fine. That's Arca, is it? Sorry, I don't have the
Yeah.
Zoom up.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, right. Mhm.
You've got your org membership, eh, Arca?
Yeah, I got the org membership. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I think that should be fine. So just keep an eye out. A week or two out, from each release, we start things off with a planning issue. It'll just be something like, let's just go and show the previous one.
I think the latest 3.4 we had a bunch of people shadowing, so maybe 3.4 is a good candidate if you
Okay.
search for 3.4. But as James suggests, I think you just need to comment on the ticket.
Yeah, that's the best way, just to make sure you express interest. So keep an eye out for the release planning issues.
Okay.
And just let us know, and then you can be part of the release team and see the process. It's not pretty. I guess maybe it's kind of exciting. I don't know, but it's just writing some scripts and publishing the release. It's cool to kind of watch, though, if you haven't seen it before, and it's a good introduction. So keep an eye out for it.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, so we've got a PR that is awaiting review for Kubernetes for SIG etcd. So this is the bump to 3.5.15. I don't think it's had any review yet, so it is ripe for the picking. If someone has, I don't know, probably for this 10-15 minutes, just have a close look at it. Feel
Quick
free
question.
to jump through. Yep.
Is this the PR to Kubernetes master? Because as much as I believe, the RC0 already has etcd 3.5.15.
Oh, is this a duplicate, is it? Hang on, let's check it.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting. So let's check out the PRs. Merge 3.5.15. Huh. Yes. Okay, so interestingly, that was 2 weeks ago. What am I missing here? So that was the version bump. This is the dependency bump. I think they are still required.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this is still required. So it still needs review. need to have a look at it. What I would normally do, like I think there's a multi-stage process here where you get the version bump in, you get the images built, and then the dependencies are bumped. You can, if someone wants to take a look at it, I would suggest having a look at like one of the previous releases, 3.5.13 or something. Is merged. And compare what was done for the dependency updates. That one there, I would suggest no. Yeah. 3.5.14 is probably a good one to do. Oh, that was okay. Awesome. And then just compare, sanity check, and feel free to add your review team. So if someone wants to do a quick Kubernetes contribution, go for it.
Yep. Okay. I'll do the review then. Yep. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll just take a note that we did have a chat about that. Okay, cover that one. Cool. Did anyone have an issue or PR they specifically wanted to raise today? So I should check chat. No. Yeah, let me know, team, if there's one that you specifically want to have a look at. Otherwise, I will have a quick look through some other PRs and issues in the last 10 minutes. We've got some bugs that were raised just a couple of days ago. We should probably have a look at those. Feature request. Yeah, so one of the things I do, team, from time to time, I've kind of been struggling for time lately, but is just try and keep on top of the triage for these bugs and features that come in. And just try and keep things sort of labeled and organized and sometimes prioritize as well. If you are, I believe, an etcd org member, I think you'll have triage permissions. Is it member or viewer? I should know that.
All of them. A member has
Both of them.
triage permission.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, awesome. So those triage permissions, team, they will let you tinker with the labels. So if you have a little bit of time and you can help out the project, it'd be much appreciated to help keep this stuff organized. So things you're looking at are the type, the area, and priority. So and of course, like the actual issue itself, but just getting things organized is a good start. There is a bit of a guideline that I wrote for triage. I should reiterate. Where is that? Triage issues. Cool. So I refreshed this a little while ago, and it just goes through the steps for triaging issues. I'll just take a note and chuck that in the docs. Cool. So let's go through these couple of bugs. First one is bug report for a single node cluster. Sorry, second node cluster that took 7 seconds to join from the initial member. We apparently do have some reproduce steps. And hopefully some logs, yes. They've tried a couple of etcd versions. They have tried 3.5.15. So this one seems like a pretty straightforward one from a reproduce perspective. Should be pretty quick, actually. Does anyone have time to just follow through these steps that the reporter has provided and try and recreate this?
Yeah, you can assign it to me.
That's a very tentative volunteering, Ivan.
I mean, if there are no other volunteers, I
No,
can take a look at it.
If you have time, that's cool. I've just put the link into the doc. No drama. If I know you've got other issues that you're working on as well, so don't panic.
Yeah, but
so
I think
we'll leave that there.
I think I can squeeze it. So yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna assign it to myself.
Cool. Just see if you can reproduce it. Yeah, that's the first step.
Yeah, maybe not. I won't be able to fix it, but at least I think I can try to repro.
Okay, cool. The other bug, let's have a look at the second one. We've got a few minutes left. Another performance one. What are they using? It's the 358, complaining about RAM usage. And tech lead's already having a look at it. That's cool. And it's potentially relating to this long-standing. All right. So that one we probably don't need to do too much with. Let's just go area performance. Waiting more evidence. Okay, cool. And let's keep going. Notice there's a feature request that came through a couple weeks ago. What have we got? Oh, I think we declined this, didn't we? Benjamin does want to keep this open until some root cause analysis has been done. It's another one raised by Fuwei a couple weeks ago. I know Benjamin and Merrick have been talking about this. I won't get into that one in this call. We don't have time for that. Okay. We're a couple minutes out. Any general business, anything anyone wants to quickly chat about, team? I might call it there for this one. If not,
for that easy issue, if nobody took it, I could take that. This is Daniel Tripp. I could take that.
oh, cool, awesome. Was that the very first one? Just around getting the stable release branches updated with the owners files?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, go for it. Feel free to drop a comment in that issue, and yeah, we can get you assigned there. And I did all the original stuff on that for main. So if anything like doesn't make sense, just shoot me a message on Kubernetes Slack. I'm happy to help with it. Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Cool. Awesome, team. Okay, so let's call it there on the 1st of August. Have a lovely weekend, team, and hope to see you at the next one.
Thanks, likewise.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.